and not have a wide outbreak where everybody had to shut down. If
You,
they've isolated incidents, they've shut teams down. They've
Yeah.
said if you were irresponsible, they made you pay.
yeah.
All
They
of
made you play a
the
practice
Denver
squad wide
Broncos.
receiver at quarterback.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you know. So
Right.
Against the
they
Saints.
have. I think they've
Against
done.
the
I
Saints.
think they've done an
The
excellent job
Browns.
of doing the best that they can without having a bubble. What do you think?
I definitely agree. I didn't think after seeing the NBA and how they did it, and seeing how the NHL, put it directly in Toronto and I think Edmonton, I said, well, I was hoping Roger Goodell is following the same format, and they were like, no. And in no way, I thought by like maybe week 2, week 3, it was going to get shut down. But end of the day, it's about the TV money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, right,
It's not about the butts in the seats.
right.
That's one piece of it.
And,
It's that TV money. When you got a network paying you $2 billion a year, and all four networks are paying upwards of $1 billion or more a year, you're gonna get that thing done.
Right.
absolutely. But now, Ted, it's even a step further. They had no opportunity at a bubble. The NBA,
Right,
the NHL, they carry coaches, trainers, everybody involved.
right,
You're talking a max of 25 people.
right.
You got 53 players, 20 coaches, 10
Yes.
training staff, 2 doctors, audio
Hmm.
engineers, all this shit. You excuse me, all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
You're talking 90 people. How you gonna
Yeah.
bubble 90 people for 32 teams?
Yeah, you
And,
can't. You can't do it. And
and
So
the fact that they've been able to keep the season going, like I said, without being afforded to have a bubble. Look, just to piggyback off of that, just think about what the NBA is going through right now. They are deadly afraid that the season
it's
may get shut down because they don't know how responsible these guys are going to be night in and night out,
they're
and
not.
they are
they're not.
deadly afraid of an outbreak because so much so that they're changing protocols every day. You know,
Sorry, look
so
at your man.
The
yeah,
NBA,
yeah,
the NBA, 30% of the NBA is Dwayne Haskins. They don't
right,
have enough. They don't have enough Drew Breeses. They don't have
Right.
enough Aaron Rodgerses. They don't have enough ball guys. They have
Right.
guys that are good at basketball that live a life of celebrity.
right,
But let's
They're
right,
be
not
honest,
dedicated
man.
to the game as much.
Yeah,
right, right, right,
you've
right,
created a superstar driven product. This is why,
right.
see, you and I've talked about this, why I've soured on the NBA game. You've made the league about your 10% of players
Yeah,
versus
yeah,
the product as a whole.
Well, they
The
don't
right.
play
league
any
makes the
defense
league,
either.
the NFL makes the game about the game.
Right.
That's why it works. There's a new crop of guys coming in every year. For every Brett Favre that retires or Peyton Manning that retires, you got Pat Mahomes coming. You got
Right.
Deshaun Watson coming. Drew
Right.
Brees
Right.
is leaving right now. Watch, they finna get this BYU guy. They gonna get Zach
Right.
Wilson over there in New Orleans. Gonna be the
Mm-hmm.
next Drew Brees. Something like, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It, it
Mm-hmm.
it's
Right.
the NBA has become, they've given too much power to the player, and
Right. They
they
have.
have not
They
done enough with that power. They're being
right. Right.
irresponsible and not growing the product.
Right. But
That's my view.
but just on the pure issue of them dealing with COVID outside of the bubble, they are deadly afraid that this season could be shut down at any point because of an
Yes.
outbreak.
Look, man, we all have our beliefs, political, non-political, people close to us, people not close to us. This is a real virus. It's a real thing.
Oh
People
yeah.
have to
Oh
be
yeah. Oh
responsible.
yeah.
People
It's
have to do
definitely
their work. They
real.
have to be diligent. Me and Ted, I know you work in the school system. We've been exposed. We've been essential. We've been out here every day.
Yeah.
I'm not one to be conformed. I don't want to be told what to do. However, I got 4 children. I got a wife. Everybody depends on me. Damn it! I put this stupid mask on my face when I
Right.
walk in the store. I'm being responsible. I'm not going to a poker game. I'm not going to watch a football game. If I, making my middle class life, can be diligent and living this way, why can you not
Right.
be diligent in your 6 month a year job to be responsible? I mean, I don't get it, man. We have to understand there are things in the way sometimes. It ain't about what I want to do. And I just see too much selfish nature going on between uh, certain guys in the NBA and certain athletes here in the NFL that are messing it up for the whole bunch.
So it leads us into the last game of the week. Cleveland, who's decimated with COVID, at the
Mhm.
Steelers.
Ain't no point in even talking about that game. No point. They got no head coach. Their best offensive lineman ain't playing. Baker Mayfield is a front runner. He can't beat Pittsburgh. I think he's never beaten Pittsburgh except for against Mason Rudolph just recently.
Right.
Um, this game is not going to be close. Um, I'm not a believer in Baker Mayfield. I really honestly think he has done more commercials than he has had meaningful football games in his life. And that's a problem. That's a problem for me. If I see you have more commercials than you have W's on a football field,
Mm-hmm.
priority, you're wrong. And I look at the guy I see when everything's rolling good, when Chubb is rolling, when Hunt is rolling. The props to that GM, that coach, that front office they have over there, that offensive line they put together, those two guards, Jarek Willis and Conklin on the tackles. They've done a hell of a job building a nucleus of talent. Yet every time they played a formidable defense, Baker Mayfield has found a way to suck
Yeah.
every single time.
Yes. I
And
agree.
I see it happening again. He's going to suck. And it's going to be a terrible game. Again,
Yeah.
NFL again messed up. Now, granted, they didn't anticipate COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Cleveland's first playoff game in 18 years. I mean, the
Right.
last time Cleveland was in the playoffs, those kids that were born that year, they just voted for Joe Biden
Yeah.
or
Yeah. You
whoever.
know, but
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know what crazy?
It's
We talk
wild.
about you talked about the Chargers being cursed, man. The Browns, boy. I agree with everything you said, and then throw all that what you just said on top of the facility being shut down
Yeah,
Right.
and inability to practice and no
no
offensive
practice.
continuity and everybody's getting the game plan over Zoom and their head coaches on the COVID list. So it's
Ted,
like
you texted me a list of everybody that was on COVID for Cleveland,
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
and my
ridiculous.
did.
phone said unable to load. Too much. You know what I mean? It was too much. I
It's
couldn't
too
download
much.
it. It was too big of a file. I didn't have enough data. I said, all right.
I'm gonna say this game is an open and shut case.
Now, if this game isn't 27-6, Pittsburgh needs to just quit. But I don't think Pittsburgh's going to win next round anyway. I think Pittsburgh been the biggest pretenders all year. Roethlisberger waited until they were about to lose to the Colts to finally even figure
Hmm.
out, hey,
Hmm.
I can still throw the ball deep. I can still throw more than five
Yeah,
yards down the field.
yeah.
That
They can't run it, but they can throw it.
they can't run it.
Mm.
But the whole year they're dinking and dunking. You got Deontay Johnson, who's a great route runner. You got Claypool, who's a 50-50 dream for a quarterback. You got
Yep,
Ebron, who's a matchup problem. And
yep.
you're running 5, 7 yard digs constantly. You're not a West Coast team. You're not built that way. You can't run the
Right,
ball. Your
right,
strength is vertical. They did it the first like 4 games, then they stopped
right.
when they played Dallas. I think it was Aldon Smith got
Yeah,
a hold of Big
yeah.
Ben, messed his
That
knee up,
shooter.
and that was it. He's
But
been
I think their challenge. I think their challenge has been, Mike Tomlin has felt if they aren't able to run the football, they aren't able to keep opposing teams off the field. They aren't able to eat clock. And not only that, in the playoffs, those crucial third downs. Sometimes you got to be able to run the ball to set yourself up to keep you second and short, third and short. If everybody's anticipating that you're throwing the ball the whole game, it's hard.
I mean, it's their fault. They draft James Conner high, second round, inconsistent. Now, granted, God bless him, the man beat cancer. He defied all odds.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Props to him for whatever he got. He's a winner. Okay. Then you're gonna draft Benny Snell, inconsistent, up and down Kentucky. You don't know what he is. Ran a 4.8 40. Damn it, I think Big T can run a package faster than Benny Snell. Then you go and you get Anthony McFarlane out of Maryland, who the example of up and down running back. A lot of explosion, a lot of flash, but no consistency. I think he averaged like 3 yards a carry. In college,
right.
that's unrealistic of being an NFL pro. And these are the guys you put a 6th-round pick on all three, or excuse me, a 2nd-round pick on all three of these guys.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
worthy of that. So
yeah.
that goes to the organization. I don't feel sorry for you. You had AB in there. You got rid of him because of malcontent, whatever. You're stuck with Juju. He's made more dancing TikToks than he has big plays in the league.
Yeah.
But that's the reason. But a lot of that has been because they can't run the football. So think about it. Think about it. If you can't run the football, when your safeties come up, unless you're stretching them vertical, your safeties are looking for those little intermediate routes, and they're popping the piss out those receivers right there. And so, you know what Juju doing when he come out of that curl? He dancing to make sure that corner ain't behind him right there when Roethlisberger about to set him up for that throw. He's dancing right there, making sure that receiver ain't, making sure that corner ain't right behind him, about to get his head knocked off.
Dude, I
So
looked at a number. I looked at a number for the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, and I believe it's either a record or close to the record. But that defense has got a pressure on the quarterback on 52% of their dropbacks. Meaning every time they drop back, you got a 52% chance that a defensive player is touching your quarterback. When you have that type of defense, that type of skill, and you can't run the ball, you should be dominating everybody. And then look at the teams they played. They
can't
played
run
the
the ball.
NFC East. They played one of the easiest schedules in the league. And yeah, they were 13-0, but it was so fake. It was so fraudulent. I don't think that they get past the 2nd round, no matter who they play.
It's hard. Look, the offenses, the defenses are much better in the playoffs. You're not playing. You don't get the opportunity to have a. You're not playing the Jets. You're not playing the Denver
They lost to the
Broncos.
Jets, didn't it? Who lost to the Jets?
They did lose to the Jets.
Oh, they did lose
But
to
what
the
I'm
Jets.
saying
They
is
lost to the
you're
Jets.
not getting the opportunity to have a break or what you think is a break in your mind to play these teams that don't or see these defenses that are not as good. You're gonna see a good defense or a resemblance of a good defense with every game that you play in the playoffs. And you have to be able to run the football. You have to be able to do it. If you can't run the football, you cannot shorten the game. And Ben Roethlisberger does not want to throw that ball 45 times a game.
Mm-mm.
That's not the winning formula for them.
How much gas you think Ben got in the tank?
Oh man, I think realistically with the arm surgery, with the elbow surgery, I think Ben he really ain't throwing it now. He kind of pushing the football down the
Push the
field.
football, yeah. Him and Rivers
I
look like they're playing
I
shot put.
I say maybe one more year,
Okay.
like he
No, I think
he's throwing a shot put out there.
I think this is it, bro. I think Rivers, Breeze, Roethlisberger. And if I'm not mistaken, Roethlisberger and Rivers were the same draft, right?
Yep,
They were.
yep.
Breeze was a
Along
year
with
before.
Eli Manning, he's already
Along
going.
with Eli Manning.
Yeah.
I
So
am so happy. I just want to jump in and say
I'm
this.
honestly seeing what I see from Ben. I'm telling you, I'm looking at the way he's playing, the way he's not playing. Same with Alex Smith last week. What I was saying, with not planting on that back foot, mechanically being off, not being able to drive on the football, which is what he's known for. I don't see him being able to say I can do another 16 games of this, bro. I wouldn't if I were he, but I, I think it might be the end of the road for all of them. All three might be gone.
I just one of the things I want to close out with. I was so happy when Eli packed it in. There's nothing more. I can't. I mean, and all praises due to Brady, but there's nothing more when you see a team, a player representing with a team 14, 15 years, and they go turn around. You remember when Emmitt Smith went to the Cardinals?
Uh huh.
It's just like those last 1 or 2. I'm like, dude, why did you do it?
Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he wanted the all-time rushing record. That's why he did it.
Yeah.
If
If Jerry Rice didn't play for the Raiders and the Seahawks, he wouldn't be where he's at record-wise.
Hold up, you're going too far now, Buckles. Them records was unreachable when he left the 49ers.
Hey,
Look,
I know a guy that just set a
padding the
record for
stats when he
7
left
straight
there.
1,000-yard season. I know that 7 straight 1,000-yard season. Shout out Mike Evans. You
There
a
you
warrior.
go.
You
There
a
you go.
champion. I'm happy
Hey,
for you to be in the playoffs.
you remember they used to say they they're looking for that Kobe stopper. You know we got a Mike Evans stopper down here in New Orleans, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
uh,
Marshawn Lattimore waiting on that ass when he come down here.
yeah, you saw what Marshawn Lattimore did waiting on Mike Evans to come and rock him. You saw that. Come on.
What he got on Mike Evans this year? Like 2 catches?
No,
Mike Evans got on Lattimore this year, like 2 catches for 10 yards. He ain't got no
he got a little bit
touchdown.
more than that. He wasn't targeted. Rated targeted.
Here we go saying now he wasn't targeted. He wasn't targeted because he wasn't open.
Whatever, man. Mike Evans is always open.
I got Jerry Miller chiming in saying Chicago blows. We agree with you, Jerry.
Yeah, absolutely, Jerry Miller.
And thanks for subscribing.
I hate Chicago. I can't believe we lost to them bums. And they took you to overtime first time you played them. So hey, maybe
who that? The Bears?
Yeah, the Bears.
Yeah, Drew Brees didn't play that game.
I don't care.
Oh my goodness. Listen, we were going to go into Defensive Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year and all this other stuff, but I want to table that because I would love for you gentlemen to come back next week because I have my Steve Kornacki notes based on what you guys picked. And we do this again if you guys are available.
Oh, no doubt.
Man, look, anytime I can talk ball with T, telling you, I would do it every day of the week. That guy right there is my hero. Even though he wears that terrible, ugly hat on his head, he knows what he's talking about, man. He knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. We definitely gonna get it back up in here and chop it up and see if what we're saying is coming through. Was I already know, unless Tom Brady go in there and throw them 6 picks like I hope he will.
I mean, ain't throwing but 12 all year. You want him to throw 6 in the game? All right, man. Ted, I love you, bro.
Hey, man, I want to thank you guys for coming on. Definitely, we'll pick a day next week and sit here and talk the divisional playoffs. And we can also throw in a little, end of year awards.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, if we lose to Washington, I'm not coming. I'm not coming.
If you lose to Washington, I don't care if you don't come. I'm still gonna blast your ass.
I'm gonna light you up because you got the GOAT.
If I lose with the GOAT, I'm done. I quit football.
And you're playing against a nameless team. Come on now.
Right. The football team.
No name. This is Game of Thrones. The team has no name.
The football team.
A football team.
Hey, did you see what your team did to the Cleveland baseball team? We'll talk about that.
Oh boy. That's called the ski mask way.
The
with the ransom note.
Oh man. With the ransom note.
Man, listen. We'll get together next week. I want to thank you guys for taking the time out. We'll get together next week and I'll say peace.
All right.